So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Damage Does D&D. So, last we were here. With the fight over, Yorick and his new friend Bofus start drinking. Bofus first retrieving his payment from the corpse of his ex-group leader. Searching the bodies, you find some gold, and Celeste finds a box that she manages to hide from everyone. The evening comes to an end with the barman dragging the bodies out into the street. Before sleep in their room, Celeste shows Miette and Melissa the box that she found. Yorick, in his room, shared with Gus and Snow, works on making a copy of the original box. Round and round they go. On the watches, not a huge amount of interest happens, although there is some sort of creature dragging a body along the street and down into a grated drain that is seen. Other than that, everything seems normal. The morning arrives, a hearty breakfast is eaten. The barman obligingly gives directions to the more affluent part of town, where there are many different shops. Shopping trip! So, a new shop, Vernoth's, is being set up in town. But Melissa does not want to get involved and acts very oddly when Celeste wants to go in and sell an item she has. You end up going into Tyram's jewellery, where Celeste fails to sell her item, but Melissa puts a deposit on a beautiful wooden shoulder piece studded with rubies. The smithy is visited and gains Yorick's approval, and a weapons vendor is visited and does not gain Yorick's approval. I'm sure I've missed someone. Oh yeah. Gus orders some trousers and buys more gear to replace the stuff that was destroyed by the hatching of the drink. And a cartographer's is visited, and Florian gains some gifts from the rather excitable cartographer that runs the shop. Some map-making tools. Walking on over to the green to see if there are any wandering Gus visiting the city, Miette, assisted by Celeste, spies a caravan and talks to the ancient leader of the Carphanon, and finds out that the mist is known to the very oldest of the tribe. She tells Miette to let all of the tabaxi she finds know, even the water dwellers, and to seek out the old camps when travelling to stay safe. She does offer Miette a place with her caravan, but Miette declines and is now firm with a purpose to warn everyone. You decide to head back to the Crimson Chain for some lunch before picking up your purchases and try to locate Eckermon the Silent. Here you find it is busy with many people drinking, and your new friend Bofus arrives very drunk and starts babbling randomly at you. Melissa and Snow scope out a likely alcove where business can be done when the place is a little quieter, and discuss how to find Eckermon. So, we'll pick it up right there. You've seen a likely alcove that looks to be empty currently. The place is starting to empty out. What would you like to do? Nothing. Great. Game over. Bye.
What time of day is it?
It's about 2:30, 3:00.
Okay, almost time for trousers then.
Very nearly trouser time, yes.
Right. Snow, should you and I go get this deal sorted?
Yes, but if I go with a line, just go with me.
It's alright. I can improvise.
Get this over with.
As far as we're concerned, we had no idea what's inside that box.
We were attacked 4 times on the way here. The box got damaged.
Is this conversation happening with the group, or are you off on your own.
I imagine we're just quietly discussing it before we're
So you're
standing
still
up.
at the table, yeah? Are you with the group or not with the group?
No, I'm with the group. I just wanted to
No,
make sure.
I'm talking to Snow and Melissa.
We'd be leaving.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
I've
walking
got-
across to the alcove, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to overhear that, you can make a perception check yet, if you like.
It wasn't the overhearing I was worried about.
Okay. Fair enough. If anybody else wants to overhear, they're quite welcome to make a perception check.
No, but as they're leaving to go to the alcove, Florian would make sure that his chair is of an easy situation to get away from the table we're at and straight to Melissa.
Easy enough. They've picked an alcove, sort of, not directly opposite the table where you're sitting, but sort of directly opposite to the right. And as they sort of get into that alcove, they sort of almost disappear from view. You can make out there's somebody in that alcove, but you can't see exactly who it is. I mean, you know it's them, but it's difficult to see into.
Can I get Snow's attention?
You can certainly try. How are you going to do
Hopefully,
this?
like,
How are you going to do it?
so far we've established Thieves' Cant is mostly a hand signal or written etches.
Yeah.
Might there also be a audible component like Morse?
I mean, generally Thieves' Cant is usually just symbols and signs. I'll say, why not? Okay, yeah, you can have an audible sort of sub-vocalization. If you're very close to each other, you can say those things.
Wasn't thinking of speaking, was thinking of tapping my claws on tabletop in just like a very simple rhythm until I think he's
Sure,
looking,
yeah,
watching
why
me.
not? Try it. So, make it quick. What's your passive perception, Snow?
13.
13. Okay, Miette, make roll a d20 for me.
14 on
14.
the dice.
Okay. Snow, there's something about what, Miette? There's a claw-like tapping going on. What is that? What is that? You realise it's Miette.
He'd sort of orient himself out, just look back.
So, whilst you can see out of the alcove quite well, she cannot see into it very well.
But he would sort of tap out back on the table.
Do I need to roll to hear that, or
I'll say because you were waiting for some sign from him, you can hear that tap. You can't see him very well, but you can hear the tapping.
okay? So once I know I have his attention, I just want to sign 2 words to him: Melissa's hand.
Okay. Okay, make a perception check, please. So, with advantage because you're expecting something.
Thank you for advantage. 20.
Yeah, you get Melissa's hand.
And he's sort of just put his hand on just tap one claw on the stone hand. And then tap her thigh. And indicate, sort of, just keep the hand out of sight.
I'll then kind of pull my hand and kind of hold it beneath the table.
Okay. Make a deception check. Actually, no, make a stealth roll.
Stealth. And similar rolls. 22.
Okay, noted. Okay. Okay. So the barman comes across to the table again. Anything else? More beer, perhaps?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more beer. Thank you.
Okay. Goes away and brings another one of those kegs, slightly larger keg, puts it on the table. Enjoy.
We know the dwarves are good for it at least.
Oh, aye. I'm not going to drink too much because I've got to go get my trousers.
Noted.
Just not coming in our game of bunk.
No, that's a nighttime game.
Yeah, Florian will just be like the illusion, fill the tankard up, and sip
Okay.
every so often.
Yeah, I mean the bar is sort of emptying out. There's only sort of the long-term, all-day drinker types in. Bofus is currently just sort of head on his hands, sort of on the table, eyes half closed. Every now and again,
He's a lightweight, Yorick.
I know. Not like us.
he was downstairs, you see, and we never got, and he didn't get out, you know. As the last time I saw him, all big and claws and stuff.
Who's that then?
Huh?
Who's that then?
Who's what? What now? What?
Who's all big and claws and stuff?
Oh, you don't want to know about that. That was horrible. That was
Oh,
like, oh, that was right. It was my brother and me.
What, your brother's all big and claws?
Well, possibly now. We was investigating. You see, we was like going out north of the city, because rumour has it there's a big sort of old mansion, and we went down into, because there's not a lot left, it's just ruins, and we went down into the cellar, and that's where we saw it.
So what?
The red eyes. And it came out of the shadows at us really quick, and we had to run, otherwise it was going to eat us. And then I got out and I turned round and he was gone.
What, you didn't go back and get him?
I did. I went back and got him. And he pulls out what's a sort of skeletal hand. But this is all I got left.
Well, that's not much good, is it?
It
Not
ate
without
him.
him.
It
It ate
him.
Oh dear.
All of him.
Where was this?
It was in the haunted ruins. We were so clever. We was the best at finding things out.
How genuine does he sound?
Make an insight check.
Only 12.
12. Yeah, he seems absolutely genuine about this.
I haven't read anything about monsters with large red eyes and claws.
Most of the monsters in the world, isn't it?
Pretty much. Make a nature check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
22.
There are quite a few creatures in the world that could be said to have red eyes and claws and live in dark places. There's quite a lot of them. From the brief description, red eyes and claws, you have no idea what it is. It could be many different things.
Okay.
But he seems genuinely upset and puts the hand back in his jacket.
Well, I'm a beer.
Where is
Rum.
this haunted ruins?
It's north, isn't it? It's north of the city. You go out, and then you go and you pass the hedgerows, and then you get into the wilds, and there it is. It's got like like a tower bit that's all fallen down. That's empty. But round the back, there's like a trapdoor type thing that was, and you go in there down the stone steps underneath, and it's all like really cool. And but then the monster comes and eats you, so you don't go in there no more. So my advice: don't go in there.
Don't go in there. Yes.
Don't go in there.
That's very good advice.
I
No.
don't suppose you can remember anything else about this monster, do you? Feathers, fur, skin, anything like that?
It was really strong. It had like long fingers with claws. I remember, and he pulls his shirt open, and you can see 6 puncture marks that are in his chest. That's where it picked me up and threw me. It was horrible.
This is interesting. Write this down, Yorick.
I'm writing. The writing's not very good at the moment. It too
Mate.
much.
May I have a look at your wounds?
Yeah, best scars ever. I win a lot of money on these scars because everybody thinks you can't have better scars than me, and I've got the best scars. When it's time for scar, what's the name? I always win.
Can I inspect these scars and clarify and see if I can confirm whether or not they're
Sure.
from punctured?
Make a medicine check.
15.
15. Yeah, these are very definite puncture wounds. And you would say that if this was from a hand, there are 5 fingers and a thumb. You can see where this large hand would have gone straight in, and you can see slight tear marks as well, as if when he's released, both of his claws have ripped on the way out.
None of this new information rings any bells with narrowing it down for me?
You certainly think it's something very deadly. Probably with 6 fingers or 6 hand claws. It's difficult to tell still. It's going to be something demonic, probably, or something that way inclined, maybe devil, demon, but probably not natural.
Okay.
Well, I must say they are most impressive scars.
I know. People have bought me a lot of beer for them. Won't bring him back though, will it? He's gone forever.
I'm so sorry, Balthus.
You can get him to give you a hand.
You're funny.
How long ago was this as well?
Huh?
How long ago did this happen?
What year is it?
What year is it?
7.
It was at least, I think it was 4 years ago. Because, look, he pulls out the hand again. Look, there's nothing left apart from bones. It all fell off. It went all smelly for a while. Then
Gotcha.
I took the stuff off that was left.
Why do you keep it?
This is my brother.
Was your brother?
Exactly. Otherwise, how would I remember?
Very well.
You're weird.
Yes.
So, we're going to go fight this beastie then?
Well, I need to get some of my trousers on first.
What?
Probably.
No, you're not to go in there. You can't go in there. They'll just eat you.
Now, see, Gus and me, right? We fight monsters. That's what we do.
We're monster hunters.
Monster hunters.
But you're very well, mind you, you're quite good at the whole headbutting thing, aren't you? So I don't think you'd be able to headbutt it though. I think it might, just bite your head off.
Well, I might just hit it with my hammer then.
That's probably a better plan than trying to headbutt it. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there at all. But if you were going to go there, I would definitely take some kind of really big handy hammery weapon.
I think you got one of those.
For sure, for sure. See, I said, when Vanity, right, she's dead as well. You killed her, didn't you? Me and Vanity, right, when she hired me on for this latest crew, she said that she was going to go and hunt it down. And I told her she couldn't, she's not good enough. And I was right, because you got killed her, didn't you?
So at least we stand a better chance than she did.
Yeah, well, she was quite good, though.
Well, to be fair, she did attack us first. We were just minding our own business.
But to be fair, you came into a pub where people do that, so, you know. To be fair, that was kind of what she did. So, you know, it's a, what's that thing that happens when you do a job like that? I can't remember what it's called.
Risk?
An occupational hazard. That's what that is.
And hazardous it was.
Well, very definitely.
Right, I think I need to go and get my trousers now. You come in, Yorick.
Trousers!
Trousers, yes.
I'm going to turn my attention back to the alcove where Melissa and Snow are. Not obviously, but I'm just going to look over just to make sure that they're still there and everything.
The alcove is definitely still there. You can see two shadowy figures there.
Anybody want to come for a walk?
I feel like somebody should possibly go with them, but I want to stay here in case any healing is needed.
I'll go with.
Thank you, Cholador.
Two naive dwarves in a foreign city. What could possibly go wrong?
You're welcome, Rory. Anything to help.
It's very good of you, Cholador.
I know.
No, Trellador, don't bother. Everyone seems to think we're incapable of going and fetching some trousers.
Excuse you, my comment was out of character.
So, Yorick, Gus, and Trellador are leaving the Crimson Chain to go get some trousers. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm very excited about getting my new trousers.
Okie dokie. So, you with pockets. You walk out of the Crimson Chain. As you do so, a young human boy, about 8, comes running up, puts a note, and says, "You are dwarves. He was right. Here." He offers it to one of the dwarves.
I'll take the note.
Okay. Yes. See ya. Gone.
I'll look at the note.
The note says, "Looking for Ekimon the Silent? Look no further. Be outside the Crimson Chain at 6 p.m.
Oh, better go and tell the others about this. And I'll pop back inside and give the note to whoever's sitting at the table. Yeah, Florian probably. And then just go back outside again.
Okay. So you receive this note, Florian. Which
Yeah, I'll
says
open
that,
it and read it.
which says, looking for Eckham on the Silent. If so, be here, be outside the Crimson Chain at 6 p.m.
Okay, so as not to cause any fuss by going over to the alcovey bits with people being there and everything, I'll be like, Celeste, Mia, is there any way you can contact one of those two? We got the wrong times for this place.
Not discreetly, I'm afraid.
Right, well, while you work,
I'm gonna do my.
we will follow the dwarves and Trellador as you make your way back to the more affluent part of town where all the shops are. You walk down the road, you eventually get to somewhere you recognise with these shops, Verneth's. The sign is, as it's 4 o'clock, it is now lit up with white letters.
Well, that's pretty cool.
None of the other shops have this. It's only that one. It's like some
Oh.
kind of magical trickery is lighting up the letters of Verneth's and shining
Look at that,
down
right.
into the window where you can see all these sparkly jewels. But going on, and you can see at Triman's elf is sort of looking out her door again, or his door, or their door, glowering across the road. But you get to the tailor's. My good friend, Mr. Gus, your trousers are, if I may say so, a triumph. Here, would you like to try them for size?
Yes, please. And I'll just drop the scarf and put them straight in the middle of the floor.
He turns around and says, my word, how exciting. I did not expect that we have changing rooms, you know.
Changing rooms. What? Well,
Yes,
I said the word, isn't it?
Indeed. Is he...
Yeah, they're on. You
Okay.
can look.
And he sort of bends down and sort of pulls them and sort of tweaks them a little bit. Marvellous. In the pockets, put your hands in the pockets, please.
And I'll feel the nice deep pockets on the
Deep
side,
pockets.
like combat trousers.
Oh, yes, that doesn't spoil the line at all. It's marvellous. Well done. Well done, Mr. Gus. You filled those out perfectly.
Thank you. And I'll look for the secret pocket I asked him to put in there.
There is indeed a secret pocket
Oh, cool.
at the front.
Okay. Perfect. Right, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. They're wonderful.
You are most welcome. Please, anytime you're in the city, please look us up, recommend us to your friends, and stress that we do have changing rooms.
Will do. Thank you.
And she points to the scarf on the floor. And that?
Oh, yes, I need to give that back to Snow.
Good, because
So he can burn it.
I don't want it. Thank you.
Are we done then?
Yep, that's it. Thank you. Let's go back.
Wow, this is the adventure I crave.
Missed you, Dan.
I'll sort of stalk behind the dwarfs like a teacher at a school trip.
Okay, all three of you make a perception check, please.
18.
18.
13.
13.
6.
6. Fantastic. Good job you're on the case, eh? Gus, whilst you're sort of admiring your new trousers and sort of wandering along, looking in the shop windows at your reflection, that sort of thing, you start to see not just the reflection of yourselves, but someone following you. And you walk on a bit further, you check another shop window, and sure enough, yeah, it's the same person.
What does it look like?
It's quite short. It's got a hood over its head. You can't tell what whether it's male, female, but it looks like some sort of gnome or halfling or something very small. Or it could be a human child.
I'll side whisper to Yorick, "Don't look now, but we're being followed by a little child."
I'll immediately look.
Okay. Figure sort of sees you looking and goes, "Whoa!" And you see it is a gnome-like features before it zips down a side street and runs away.
I told you not to look.
Well, he must have been. You must have been right. He must have been following us because he scarpered.
Yeah, but if you hadn't a look, we could have turned down an alleyway and then ambushed him and given him a bit of a rough up to see what he's doing.
What are you talking about?
We were being followed by a little child.
I didn't see anything, and I was being very.
Yes, of course you were. It must be your height. You'd probably getting altitude sickness.
I'll try and attempt to smile at Gus to put him at ease.
Make a performance check for me.
4 minus 1 for 3.
Okay.
Is that wrong with your face?
What does that look like exactly then, Trelador?
You look like you're going to have a poo. Are you all right?
I am fine.
Oh, good. I
Let's
thought you
get
were
going.
funny.
Okay, so you make your way back from the wealthier part of town into the slightly shadier parts that you know will lead you back to the Crimson Chain. And as the streets get narrower and the buildings get more shady, you start hearing whistles and taps and strange knocking sounds all around you.
The resident thief would like to apologise for being too lazy to join you.
Think that's some sort of music? People playing on bits of wood and whistling and stuff.
As soon as you start talking, everything stops.
Oh, that was weird.
So, carry on walking back to the
Oh yeah,
Crimson Chain.
well,
Okay.
I have no idea what it is.
Okay. You get within sight. You can see the big red chain across the doorway, about 100 feet away from you, and you can see a figure leaning up against the doorway, just to one side of the doorway, as if he's waiting for someone.
All right, we just nod as we walk past and go inside.
Okay, fair enough. So whilst they've been gone, what would the rest of you like to do?
I was just going to say, I thought Debbie was going to say something when I said I told her about the note.
Oh, sorry, that I was going to do the tappy thing to try and get Snow's attention again, so I can kind of say, come out.
Roll me a d20.
Come out, wherever you are.
That was only a 9.
9. Yeah, Snow's obviously not paying attention. He does not respond.
I assume it didn't work yet.
I don't suppose there's any peanuts running on the table.
Make a perception check.
Cock the crossbow bolt, put one in.
That'd be a natural 1.
Natural 1. I mean, there's like half a roast chicken on the end of the bar, but there's no peanuts, as far as you can tell. I mean, you
I
can
don't
try,
think
try
actually be
launching
quite
the
slim
half
enough
a chicken.
to.
Over in the alcoves, are there any candles or anything like that?
You can't see into the alcove. Do you want to go and have a look?
Are there any just outside the alcove?
Yeah, there's a sort of brazier there with a with a flame on it. That it's not lit yet, as it's still only about 4 o'clock.
Can I use Druidcraft to light it?
Sure. Are you doing this subtly? Or
I will attempt to, yeah. I will attempt to try and do it subtly.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Deception?
Yeah, you're trying to hide it from everyone, aren't you? What you're doing.
Deception.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that would be sleight of hand rather than deception, but okay.
I mean, yeah, you could try sleight of hand if that's better for you. Why not?
Oh, that was an 11. It flipped over to a 5. 9.
9. Yeah, you light it, but several people, the barman especially, looks at you and goes, "Oh, what do you do that for? It's not time to light braziers yet.
Sorry,
What are
I
you
was
doing?"
just practicing.
And other people are sort of like, "Why does that come on?" But you two in the alcove notice that flame light up. That makes it very difficult to see out past the flame.
Sorry, I'll put it out again.
No,
and then
don't bother. I'll do it in a minute anyway.
Snow leans out, sort of dagger very visibly in hand.
Okay.
What?
Just sort of,
Out of the alcove?
yeah, gesture back towards ourselves.
We're so subtle.
Yeah.
I tried.
He'll sort of lean back in and just sort of recline in the alcove. It would seem that our companions are trying to get our attention.
That's. I'm sure they've got a reason.
Well, not to make it look a bit too stupid, let's give it a few minutes and then let's go.
That sounds about right. And I'm going to have a brainwave reach into one of my pockets and pull out a glove. One of the gloves that I use for mostly when I'm using my bow. And I'll put that on my left hand to cover the stony nature of it.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Yeah, you can do that. Not a problem.
To really throw people off the scent, you could start making out to make people think it's just a lover thing going on. I'm sorry, I'm in a silly mood this evening.
That's fine. All suggestions gratefully received.
Yeah. So Snow puts the sort of the dagger away on his belt and just pulls one of the ones with the loop on that he can spin round his claws. Come on then, let's go.
So you're both leaving the alcove, make your way across
Yep.
the bar, back to
Snow
the table
just-
where your companions are.
Snow just saunters across, sort of spinning this dagger around his finger as he walks.
Okay.
And as soon
Nobody's
as they
taking very much notice of you, to be fair.
as soon as they get back, I'll just lean in towards Melissa and slide the note over towards her.
I'll
Be like-
quickly read it, fold it, and pass it over to Snow as well.
Gus gave it to us before he went and got his trousers, so
I'm gonna just assume that he forgot that he had that or something. I don't know.
he just came in, dropped it off, and left in a quick as a flash. So
You
not
could-
entirely sure.
You can ask him about it when he gets back, but how long have they been gone?
Where'd they go?
What, they've been gone 10, 15?
Maybe half an hour.
Probably about 30 minutes. Went back to the shop to get his trousers as they were meant to be ready.
Ah, of course. Look forward to seeing them. They're gonna be real smart in hand.
Yeah. Maybe we could meet him. I mean, what's the time now? It was about 4 o'clock when they left, yeah?
Yeah, so I would say it's about 4:30.
I'd say we're good to stick around. I mean, we ain't need to go anywhere till the time, so.
I had a thought,
Hmm.
but of course, I figured I should discuss it with everybody here first. But as well as becoming creatures like horses and going into my star form, they can also become much smaller, slightly less noticeable creatures. So I don't know if you would want me to spy at any point.
Not on this meeting, no. We're attending in good faith. You trying to spy would not send the right message.
Very well, I just thought I'd
So
And we don't
that might
know
be a
if...
no to waiting on the rooftops as well.
Always best to go into everything with good intentions. Especially
Exactly.
in
It's
situations
always
like
a
that.
good idea to do that.
It
Strike
certainly
wakes up
is,
again.
darling.
And I said,
Certainly is, darling.
and wait a minute.
Good faith.
Where is
Good intentions not important. Good faith is.
where's the small fella?
He
He went out to tell. They'll be
Trousers.
back soon. That's it.
indeed. And sort of quietly and in Elven, she will also tell them about what Balthus was saying about the haunted ruins. I don't know if it's worth checking into, but I thought I should let you both know.
What kind of creature did you say?
6 or 5 fingers and a thumb by the look of the markings on his chest. Definitely by something digging into him and presumably, as he said, throwing him away again.
Does that match? I'm going to pull a fiddy here. Does that match any description of creatures I am
Who was
familiar
it?
with?
Remind me, who was it that saw the creature pulling the bodies along the road?
I think it was.
It was Yorick, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Make. Let's have a think. What can you do? You could.
Melissa saw it, but not as well as Yorick.
Yeah, I did see some. I saw something out there, but I just assumed that it was the barkeep getting rid of the bodies.
Okay.
Because you're only 15.
Make a history check.
History.
I did tell people what I'd seen in the morning as well, just in case that matters.
Okay.
21.
21. This sounds like something Vale told you about a while back. About creatures that live and feed on bodies, people, and they tend to be solitary creatures, living on the outskirts of cities and towns, preying on the unwary. You can't quite remember what it was called, but it definitely matches the sort of description of immense strength, glowing eyes.
Do I remember what kind of creature it is?
She said
Like
it
a
was,
fiend or...
yeah, she said it was some sort of fiendish thing created by demons, devils, you're not sure which, to prey on the unwary traveller and pass along a sacrifice of sorts to their master.
Not like the sound of that one bit. The name escapes me, but it's a kind of fiend. They have a reputation of being kind of summoned in around towns and cities, steal away with the bodies, and ambush travelers as they go by. A lot of the bodies tend to either end up being food, or they just get passed on to whatever summoned them for goodness knows why.
Well, he mentioned that this event happened about 4 years ago. could be nothing now, but I just thought it worth mentioning.
At that point, the door opens to the bar, and the dwarves and Trellador come back in. Gus resplendent in his new pocketed trousers.
Look at my trousers!
You look absolutely fabulous, Gus.
Why,
It
thank
looks so
you.
good on you.
They
Thank you.
suit you very well.
Yeah, you can see that they match his armour in coloration. And the sort of piping details are red to go with his red parts on his armour. Looks really good.
It may be worth ordering a spare pair as well, Gus.
That's not a bad idea. I
We're
don't
not
want to
going back now.
Oh no, it's too late now. We'll maybe go back tomorrow.
Too much stimulation for one day.
Trellador, you did lie down.
I am sorry. I'm a bit cranky. I had fun on our outing, Gus and your...
I'm joking with you. Smile.
And I'll just sit down at the table and pour out whatever drinks on there.
There's still a good half barrel of beer left, and there's if you can get it unclenched from his fingers, there's a small amount of rum in the bottle that Bofus is holding.
I thought I should grip his hand and pull.
Thank you.
Did you get the note I gave you?
Yes.
Good.
When did you get given that note?
Oh, just outside, a little boy ran up to us and said, he said something about dwarves and then said, I've got a note for you, giggled and ran off really fast. And that was what the note was. Then we were followed by another little child. I think it was a little child. And then when Yorick turned around to look at him, he ran away.
It would seem that we, or at least some of us, are drawing a lot of attention.
Well, it's probably my trousers.
I know, because I'm just the most subtle person right here. But seriously, yeah.
Yes, I could never imagine why you might want to hide, Melissa.
I don't need to hide them, no.
So what day then? If we're meeting, are we all going, or are you two going to go?
We'll all go and see what is what. But me and Melissa will do the talking.
So you're going to give him the right books then?
Of course.
Okay. I was just worried because you were worried about.
Oh, hello.
That was what?
You just froze there. All we got was you were worried about.
Oh, right. So you were worried about that with a thingy inside it, weren't you?
Well, considering the fact that we've been attacked more than once, and everybody seems interested in that box.
Just how many boxes are there?
Do we need to hand over? Just the one.
And who has got that box? This is quite important.
I don't. Although it would fit quite nicely in my pockets. Look at these massive pockets I got on the side of my trousers.
Got this one. I'll just get the copy out.
Don't all rush to answer. I thought we were meant to be a team.
I can't answer because I don't know.
Yeah, I've got that one.
So we're going to hand a box to a man that we need to, but no one really knows who's got the correct box. Just clarifying the situation.
Rick's got a box there.
Imagine, Trellador, Imagine, Trellador, that the person that's got the box is in full knowledge of that, but they're keeping it a secret because of where we just are right now. It's got an important thing inside that we need to hand over for this job.
And considering we were attacked by someone, I don't really want to be attacked again.
Precisely. And
I
plus,
don't
you do
mind
want to
it.
get paid, don't you?
As long as we all trust each other.
All right, then.
What's the bar like now, Chaz? Is it starting to get busy again?
Yeah, there's a few more people wandering in. The barman comes across to you. Now, normally, I would just let nature take its course. But you're being very loud about, I'm assuming, private business. This really isn't the place to do that. If you want to, then by all means do that. But remember what happened yesterday? Yeah, word has got about that you lot are tooled up and to take care of yourselves. That unfortunately is only going to attract bigger players, if you know what I mean. So yelling at each other about who's got what box and you sitting there with holding a box, don't know if I was in your position, I'm not sure I'll be doing that. Just a word to the wise is all.
Better put it away, Yorick.
What
can
time
put
is it
one
roughly now?
anyway.
It's about 5:30, 6:45.
Snow's gonna head sort of towards the door.
I'll stick with Snow,
I'll stick
considering
with
the time.
Melissa.
Okay.
I hope one of you've got the box.
Toreador. Take the man's advice. Have a drink.
You know
Don't
what,
hurt yourself.
Yorick? We should go and stand on this side of the door in case they need us, and we can jump out and bash some heads.
Good plan. Let's do that.
And we're going to wait till they get to the door, then we're going to go to the door and stand on either side of it like a pair of bouncers,
Okay.
just in case things go pear-shaped outside.
As we're walking out, getting up and walking, I'll kind of whisper to Florian and say, Darren, keep your hand covered. It's just a thought.
Okay. So, Florian, are you covering your hand at all?
Yeah, after saying that, I would. I don't have any gloves or anything, so I'd have to put it inside my pocket.
Okay.
Always give him the scarf.
Oh, I forgot to get the bath. I'll have to do that.
The sweaty dwarf bum cracks scarf.
Yeah.
Nice. Because you want that wrapped around your hand.
Adds poison damage to his unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
No necrotic damage.
Bum fluff damage. Anyway, so the three of you walk out into the cool evening air. Make a perception check, all three of you.
Ooh, okay. Natural 20 for 23.
23,
15.
15,
Mine's only 5.
5. Okay. So, as you walk out, Snow and Melissa, you're aware of the dwarves moving behind you and then stopping as you go through the door. You walk out into the street. You have a quick look around. Melissa, you don't spot anything. Snow, you see just at the edge of vision, down maybe 120 feet down the alleyway to your left as you come out of the inn, is a couple of shadows just move imperceptibly. So you think maybe 2, possibly 3 people down there. Looking off to your right, you don't see anything. Looking up, you can see a figure standing on a rooftop just looking down.
There aren't any windows at this pub, is there?
There are no
Already
windows.
Yeah.
Snow would visibly take, not sort of react to anything that he's seen and just take sort of 2 steps back and lean back in and go as if he's leaning back into the dwarves.
Uh-huh.
The note may be a trap. And he's going to sort of lean round and just whisper to Yorick. The note may be a trap. There are people in the alley and there's one stood above us.
Right, ready? I'll take my crossbow off and crank it.
Okay. So, in the alley itself, you see a lone figure starts to walk from the right. Walks down towards you. Sees the three of you. Stops about 20 feet away. Just someone looking for drop off a package, perhaps?
Depends on who's asking.
Well, I'm asking, but I'm asking on behalf of a gentleman named Eckerman. Does that help?
Does.
Marvellous. Shall we go in?
Of course.
And he walks towards you, and you see it's a slim tiefling with sort of almost orange skin, with beautifully curved horns, that curve almost back to her ears, and they are decorated with lots and lots of silver chains. So, after you.
I hope there's no silver bells.
I was thinking that, James.
You can't see her yet. So,
Snow will step inside and look either side to the dwarves and just go.
Okay.
Just carry on walking in.
She follows you in.
And as he does that, Gus will put his crossbow over his shoulder and go,
She walks in, looks at the pair of you, and goes, "Good move. I like it." She follows Snow. You go back down to the alcove, eh?
Yeah.
I'm following
She
along
follows
as well.
you, and she turns around and says, one at a time, please. If you don't mind, as you can see, I'm on my own. Therefore, more than one of you could be a trap, shall we say.
Understandable.
Thank you, my dear. Nice, whatever it is that you do. Good.
Are they in the alley yours?
They?
The one up above and the
Not
two
entirely sure what you mean, but I don't think so, no. Have you
Interesting.
been attracting attention elsewhere? That you shouldn't have been?
Let's say somebody picked a fight with us that they didn't win.
Oh really? Well, fair enough. I was told there were 8 of you,
Yes.
including 2 dwarves. I see I was not misinformed. I must say I didn't really believe that when it happened, but you live and learn. So you have the goods? Marvellous. May I see it?
Not out here.
I thought you were sitting in the alcove, sorry. I thought
I
you'd made it to
didn't
the
think we'd
alcove.
gone in yet.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
So, by all means, let us take a seat. And as you sit, she looks out at the bar just for a quick sort of glance over to see who's watching her, who's paying attention to you two going in here.
I'm sat back at the table. I'm watching the alcove they go into.
I'm assuming the table is the rest of your companions.
yeah, I think we'd go back and have another beer, wouldn't we, Yorick? Seeing we did such a good job, we earned it.
Yeah, definitely another beer.
Deserve that extra beer.
Yes, they're an eclectic bunch.
So I see. And you would be a snow on the riverbank, is that correct?
Just snow will do.
Very good, very good. I,
May I ask your name?
certainly. My name is Collection.
Clever.
It's what I do. It's also my name. We Tiefling have a... My infernal name is difficult for most races to pronounce, so when I come of age, as most Tiefling do, I picked a name. Collection sounded very pretty. I now understand what it means. It's also what I do. So, she puts a big bag of money on the table. Not subtly at all. A couple of heads to Margot. Ooh. She said, that always happens. Don't worry. I'm sure you can keep a good watch over you yourself. Your companions look able to handle themselves. So,
Yes, but you may have just painted another target on our backs, so thank you for that.
you're most welcome. The box, if you would.
And you sort of produce the box and push it across.
So, she looks at it. She doesn't touch it. She looks at it. Looks back at you. This is the original. It's been opened then.
Been attacked several times, specifically for that box.
Really? Because I can see here, it looks like it's been opened. Would you have opened it at all?
I have not opened it.
You have not opened it. I see. Very well. If you'll excuse me just one moment, she sort of picks the box up, turns away from you, fiddles with it, and you hear a click. She opens it, takes out the gem. Very well. Puts the gem back in, shuts the box, click. It's in the pocket. It was very nice to do business with you, Mr. Snow. I hope you have a interesting stay in the fair city of Giffield. I, alas, have to go. I have an appointment, but do take care. Goodbye. She gets up, walks out of the bar.
Snow sort of puts the bag in his bag.
Okay,
Just leaves it a few minutes and then moves back to the table.
fair enough. But everybody seems to have lost interest in you. Nobody's looking at you from the bar, or from the tables between you and the bar and the table area where your companions are. So, we'll have a little break, and we'll come back, because I desperately need a drink of water. So, we will come back very shortly. And welcome back. I hope you got yourselves vital refreshment in the little break we had. So, picking up as Snow walks back to the table with his companions.
Is it done?
It is.
Then,
Well,
we going to stay here again
Wow.
tonight, or are we going to go somewhere else?
maybe we can afford to go somewhere a bit better.
That will be worth it, though. On a look to Snow.
We may not want to stay here. There's a target being painted on our backs.
Isn't there
This
always?
This is not the right place to be with a target on your back. I get the
Gus will try
sense.
looking over his shoulder up his back with the target that's been painted.
I saw movement in the alley. There's at least two at the end of the alley, and there's one stood above the doorway.
Sounds like we'd be walking right out to a fight.
Is there another way out of here?
Was perhaps thinking yet.
Why do we need another way? Let's just go and fight them.
Let's go and bash their noggins in.
Perhaps give me and Miette 5 minutes to get in position on the roof from behind. And
Alright.
we can deal with our little friend above the doorway.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes.
Okay. So,
Dice, don't fail me now.
a pair of you going to stealth out of the door and then try and get up onto the roof of the building opposite where this dude is standing, yeah?
Well, considering he's looking down at the door, we might be better off going a different way.
We're going to go out the
out.
back.
Out the back.
Is there a different way out to the wall?
You haven't seen one, no. You could go make a
Maybe we
quick...
could bribe the barman to let us out whatever secret entrance he ran out during the bar fight last night.
You could do.
So we'd head up to the bar.
Okay. Ah! How can I help?
Is there another way out of here?
Maybe. Depends on why you need it.
Well, it depends on whether you want to fight outside your bar or not.
Oh, it doesn't bother me if it's outside or inside, as you saw.
Yeah. Well,
It might be more entertaining for you to watch if perhaps you could show us the back way. We are hoping to give someone a little surprise.
I mean, sort of looks over at the patrons of the bar. It's a quick perception check. Alright.
Snow would have left his
Meet me.
bag with Melissa and Celeste as well.
Okay. Meet me in the last bedroom in 2 minutes. Down the hallway where you were last night.
Thanks.
No problem.
Snow just has a wicked smile at Miette.
Okay. He continues putting stuff around in the bar. You two walk off down the corridor, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. He does another quick check. See if nobody's watching him. Wanders down towards you. He seems to be walking in a strange manner as he gets towards you. He's stepping on certain places in the corridor and occasionally leans against a wall. And as he steps up to you the last way, the wall at the end of the corridor, which is a completely blank wall, just slides open. There's a passageway with some steps going
Oh,
up.
that is very clever.
So, you go out this way. This will take you to the back of the building. You asked for the back way. That's the back way.
Thank you.
As soon as I
This
say
is
my-
perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Have fun. And as you go out, you can hear the as the stone slides down behind you. It goes dark. But you're cats, so you can see in the dark. So, You follow the steps up. It leads you to another blank stone wall with a sconce on it that looks like a handle. There's no room to put a torch in, it's just a sconce.
Bullet.
As Miette pulls it, door swings silently open into the street. You are in that back alley behind the bedrooms, where there's that sort of gutter that runs down the middle of this alley to a large grate on the floor. As you step out into the alley, the door swings shut silently behind you. Looking back at it, it's almost impossible to see it.
Yeah.
I like how he works.
It's very clever. Right, so up and over.
Okay.
Indeed.
Give me some acrobatics checks, please, to get up the building. Should be fairly easy for you to.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but dice don't fuck me now.
15.
15.
17.
17. Yeah, you both managed to sort of scramble up to the top of the building. Once you're there, I'm assuming you just sort of peek over the lip of the building. Make a perception check, pair of you.
Ooh, okay. 18.
18 and
8.
8. Snow. As you peek above the lip of the building, you can see there's nothing on this roof. Nobody on this roof. It's a very shallow angle up and then down the other side. And across the street at the front of the building, you can see the next building across the road. And that one is a story taller. And as you look, you can see just this one solitary figure sort of pacing up and down.
Is there a way that we can make our way across and sort of get round up to that building?
Let's have a quick look. I believe so. You could make. Let's have. Yeah. Okay. So with your perception checks of 18, you could. Yeah, you might be able to circle round on this roof, and then onto the next roof. There's a little jump you could make across, and then it's sort of an L-shaped building, and you could maybe jump across onto the building there, and then sneak around behind this guy. But you would have to have some pretty high stealth rolls, and I want at least 2 acrobatics checks from you.
Snow would sort of share this route with Miette. What do you think? Could be fun.
It would be very worth it if we do manage to scare him. Or surprise him at least.
Yeah, he may even fall off.
That would be wonderful.
It's basically just a cat going up to a glass and going, "Punk."
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth checks, please.
Ooh, okay. Yep, that'll do. Plus 9. 24.
24, nice.
Yeah, may have just fallen off the building. That's a 7.
7. Okay, so you pull yourselves up onto the lip of the building. Snow is completely silent, just moving along. Yet, as you follow, unfortunately, one of the tiles you catch with your claw as you're pulling yourself up, and it just shifts enough and goes on the floor behind you. Now, the guy on the roof sort of looks round, but because you're still below the roof line of the roof you're on, he can't actually see you. So you might have got away with that. You're not sure. So, going right along below the roof line, as you follow Snow, you get to the first leap. Now, I'd like acrobatics checks for both of you to make this jump. It's about It's about 7 feet across. It's not that wide, but it is significant if you fall.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Slightly better, 14.
14?
17 again.
17. Yeah. So, Snow, you sort of take a couple of steps, launch yourself off, manage to get to the other side, sort of roll and come to a stop. Yet you don't want to let the side down. You've got to be good, and you leap and you hit the other side, but again hit a loose tile, which goes. Okay, this
I
time.
have found a new career in roofing.
This time, this guy looks over and he's sort of looking in your direction. You're not sure if he's seen you or not, but he's definitely looking there. So I'd like another stealth roll from the pair of you to move around this L-shaped building to get onto the building he's on. And there'll be another acrobatics roll as well.
20 this time.
20.
Not so good.
9.
9. Okay. Snow moves off round the building. Yeah, you sort of shake yourself off after the leap, and you feel rather than hear this crossbow bolt past you. He has seen you, this fellow, and has ducked down below the roofline. Can no longer be seen. So he knows that you're there. He doesn't know the snow, but he knows you're there.
If Snow can still see me, I'm going to gesture at him to keep going. And I'm going to start picking up more of those sodding loose roof tiles and vaguely hurling them the guy's direction just to keep his attention.
Good, I like it. I love it. Okay, Snow. I want you to make an acrobatics check for making the second leap across to the other building. Miette, can you do some improvised weapons? So, I want you to make a roll of d20, put your proficiency... your dex bonus on it. Yeah.
28 for that one.
28, nice. So you leap across, jump onto a windowsill, and start climbing slowly up the last story to get onto the roof of the building this guy's on. What did you get yet?
8.
8. So you sort of stand up, lob 2 tiles, and they sort of clatter down the side of the building you're on and fall into the street. And does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Oh, good. So that's 7 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt thunks into your shoulder.
Do we hear any of this going on?
I was going to ask how long has it been, because we did say we were heading out after a
promise
few
you'll hear the
minutes.
screams in a few minutes.
It's been about 10 minutes.
So we'd definitely be heading out, especially with Trelador.
So if you're heading out of the front door, is that your plan?
Florian, you know I trust your tactical insight. How do you want to approach?
Well, thank you for saying that, but
I
are you
charge
sure?
up.
Okay.
Maybe we
Yes,
should
we're going.
And I'd go running out after.
So the 2 dwarves have gone.
Oh,
Ready.
Let's follow them.
I was told 5 minutes, so I'd have been out the door at that
Okay.
point, but
I'll
So
pick up
actually-
Snow stuff and go after him.
Okay. So
We're all following.
I would like a perception check from one of you with advantage, or you can pick a couple of people to do it.
You do that. You're going first.
That's a 19 for 24.
24, yeah. Okay, so you see this guy up on the roof, and as you're sort of watching him, he then there's a smashing noise behind the building you've just come out of, and then he disappears, and then he pops up again and fires at something, and you hear a scream.
When he pops up.
Top. Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. That's 20 something to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Hold on, where have all my attacks gone? All my attacks have disappeared.
Yeah, it did that to me. All of my equipment got unequipped.
Yeah, hold on, I'll just re-equip everything. There we go. So that's 23 to hit.
Yep, that definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. One of them. Where is it? Where is it? Lost it. There it is. Of course. Oh, we've got to see what comes out of my shirt pocket this time. 4. So that is. Where the hell is it? There it is. Oh, can't find it. Where the hell's it gone? Here it is. Come on. There. 4 is lightning again.
Okay.
That's.
Those are in some impressive locks, Marty.
That's 12 points of piercing damage and 4 points of lightning damage. As lightning shoots up my crossbow and just sort of.
So the lightning sort of sparks out, and the whole street is lit up as this lightning bolt shoots from your crossbow and hits this guy on the roof. He's like, "Ugh!" And he ducks down. Okay, cool. So
Again, I'll just look down in my pocket and go.
yeah, this creature is too big for your pocket now. It's just sort
Oh
of.
no, it's in my backpack now, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's just sort of, you can feel its warmth along the side of your, just under your ear.
Right.
Its head just sort of nuzzling against you, saying,
Nice one.
Lightning. So, Snow, you've made it onto the other building. You've climbed up to get onto the top of the roof where this guy is. Make a perception check, see if you can see him. 8. Unfortunately, he is hidden. You cannot see him.
My dice rolls are rubbing off on you.
Yeah. The roof tiles are into the street in front of you, Yorick, Gus, Melissa. There are roof tiles coming down out of the sky.
I'll kind of walk out a bit further to get some distance away from the roof.
Okay.
Maybe it's a sign.
Is there any sign of the ones in the alleyway that Snow told us about?
Make a quick perception check for me.
I'm just waiting to see if this guy pops his head back up so I can put another crossbow bolt into it.
Noted.
9.
9. No, you don't see anything.
I don't think it's a sign, Trellador, but somebody's up there.
You think?
Once we're out of the once I'm away from the falling tiles, I'm going to kind of look around and look up, see if I can see the source of said tiles. 17.
Miette, your next move?
If I've seen the crossbow bolt hitting him in return, I'm going to realise I also have a crossbow. Mini one.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that instead because I might have a slightly better chance with it.
Okay. Make an attack roll at disadvantage because he's currently hidden.
So disadvantage is roll twice, use the lower score?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Yes, because with my dice rolls, that's sure to be good.
Of course. I don't think it was good.
7. Because
7.
the worst one.
So you pop up.
I'm going to scream as well, like, show yourself, you coward.
Okay.
Your father was a hamster and your mother smells of elderberries.
Okay. Fair enough. Luckily, his response to shoot you back when you screamed at him was a natural 1. So he goes, and you can hear the crossbow just malfunction in his hand. Oh shit!
Would I hear this?
No, you will hear that, and you can sort of locate where he is from that.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of pull
Push
the
him,
bow
push
from
him
back
through.
and just fire at the source of the sound.
Okay, make an attack roll.
26 to
That
hit.
definitely hits.
I'm assuming he doesn't see me.
He does not. No. So
So
yeah,
do I get a sneak attack?
you do.
Let's fuck up his day.
Please do.
9, 12, 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Nice. As it obviously hits, you hit "Ugh!" in the darkness.
Still
And
no
follow
sign
move.
of.
Rush him and push him off the roof.
So,
Yeah.
Still no sign of his friends. What we were told to.
make
Be
a
down the
quick
alleyway?
perception check.
I got 17 on the perception
You did.
check.
Sorry, you were looking for
The source of the tiles.
source of the tiles. So you looking up, and you can see Miette perfectly framed against the skyline, being very unstealthy.
I'm being heroic, damn it.
She is, with her crossbow.
All you're missing, all you're missing is like pants over your trousers and a big cape.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
I've
okay.
got my right hand resting on an arrow in my quiver, ready to.
So, Florian, you were going to look down the alley for
Yeah.
those.
I don't.
What did you get?
I rolled a 2 for 5.
5. No, there's nobody out here at all. In fact,
Not even your own party.
where's all your friends?
I can't see anything else. Does anybody else see anybody?
I see me yet. I ain't seeing none of the others.
There's one up there. I just shot him.
Okay. So he
Maybe
is
we just make a move for it.
to roll a
Wait
stealth
for our
check.
kitty cat friends.
And then he's going to. That's a 17. Yeah, does that hit?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's 10 points of piercing damage. As a crossbow bolt flies in you, hits you in the upper thigh.
Okay.
And
Have I got
Melissa,
a better
as you're
idea?
watching Miette being all heroic on the skyline, you see she goes, "Oh!" She's been make a dexterity saving throw, please, Miette. To see if you fall off the roof.
I think I am, but what am I checking on my character sheet? Oh, that. Yeah, I'm totally falling off the roof.
Go on, what's your roll?
10.
10. Not quite. You fall and you roll down the edge, but you just get caught on the guttering. It's just a high enough gutter just to stop you falling off the roof.
Do I see him when he shoots
Trelador.
her? Oh,
You did
Trelador.
not, no. Trelador, what did you want to do?
I'm just standing there looking bewildered at dwarves of just waiting for a plan.
Okay. Fair enough.
Arms crossed, just soaking it all in.
Okay, Yorick,
Yes.
is there anything you wish to do?
I was told there were people to fight, so I'm kind of like, I'm looking around for someone to hit.
Okay, make a perception check, seeing as you probably have the best perception.
20.
20. Okay. There is definitely something happening up on the roofs. You've seen Miette, you've heard her. You haven't seen Snow anywhere, but you've heard this voice up there a couple of times. And you've seen Gus shoot up there. You don't see anyone else in the alleyways. It seems to be just this one guy.
How high is the roof?
It's 3 stories high. So 30 feet.
30 feet, you say?
I do. Do you want to climb up?
I will face step up.
Okay. So you faced up to the roof.
That's going to be a nasty shock.
Can you roll me for a d4, please?
4.
4. Perfect. You face step up. There is a very surprised looking half elf just sort of looking up at you as you swing right in front of him.
Hello.
Oh, fuck!
And I'll smack him with my axe.
Go for it.
How the fuck am I going to get down?
Who knows?
Jump.
That's, future Trellador's work.
Jumping is an option.
19.
19, yeah, that
19 to hit.
definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Oh, max damage. 15 points.
15 points. As you swing your axe, poof! You can see it cuts into his shoulder and into his chest. He's like, ah! And he was sort of on his knees, crouching, and he loses his balance. I rolled a dexterity saving throw of 5 and falls off the roof. It takes... ouch. And the rest of you see as he plummets to the ground, he goes on the floor and just lands, and you can hear his neck snap as he lands.
I'll shout down, Florian, that's a sign as well.
That should be alright.
I don't think he's being entirely kind and wise with his words, Melissa.
Takes time, unfortunately, Florian.
He's helping at least.
You see the two tabaxi up there?
Make
No.
a perception check.
Yeah, Snow would have sort of disappeared to the end and gone as if going towards the end of the alley, towards the end of the roofs.
Okay.
18.
18. Make a stealth check. Snow, I'm assuming you're doing it quietly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. 25.
25. No, you can't see Snow anywhere. Where are you up? So you might be able to see... Actually, yeah, you can see Miette. She's sort of laying half on, half off a roof.
I'll go over to her and help her up.
Well,
Laughing with an uncomfortable wet sound.
Well, to get to her, you'll have to jump from the building you're on, which is a 3-story building, down to a 2-story building, over a gap that's about 10 feet wide.
Yeah, fuck
So-
it.
And
let's
not
do it.
land on me.
Acrobatics check.
Oh, I'm good. 22.
22. Yeah. You take a couple of steps, you run, you leap, and you hit the roof, roll, and get onto the apex of the roof, and you can see Miette down there. So you can make your way down there and help her back up.
Do you need a hand?
A little help, yes, please.
Well, I'll help.
So he helps you get off because you're actually caught on the part of the guttering. Managed to pull yourself free of that. Another couple of roof tiles go.
Your work, by the way, was beautiful.
Where did Snow go?
Over there somewhere.
Snow, you make your way. I'm assuming you're making your way all the way across.
Where I saw those two shadows loitering before.
Okay. So you make your way over there. There is another leap involved if you want to get a bit closer.
Okay.
So quick acrobatics check.
14.
14. Yeah, just make it over the gap. You look down into the alley. There's nobody there. Looks like it was just this one guy.
Fair enough.
The body's on the floor outside us, right near us, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly go over and check for anything in the pockets which may be useful.
Make an
There's
investigation
only
check.
one guy.
Is she okay?
12.
12. There doesn't seem to be any bits of paper or anything on him. His crossbow is slightly the worse for wear. It looks like he broke it just before he fell. He's got a bit of gold on him, about 3 gold. That's about it.
Okay. I take it and hand the gold to Melissa and go, doesn't seem to be any notes or any instructions for him.
I've just been a wily rogue looking for a hopeful, easy bit of coin.
Let's hope so.
I don't particularly want to stay around here much longer. Let's get snowing me at and head on out. How much gold was it?
3 gold.
3.
Miette, are you okay? Do you need any healing?
Well, they're still up on the roof.
Healing.
You could certainly shout at them.
Healing would be nice.
Can you get down?
As soon as she says that, I'm going to turn to Trellador and go, do not throw me.
Why would I throw you?
I am taking no chances.
She has brothers and sisters. It's the sort of thing you would do as a cat.
Yeah, cats always land on their feet. Push.
Yes, I guess we can climb down somehow.
Yeah, make a acrobatics check. A pair of you.
Natural 20.
Acrobatics and stealth are supposed to be things I'm good at.
Yeah, that is worrying. So a natural 20, yeah, Trellador just sort easily just like
17.
17, and yet even with a crossbow bolt sticking out of her leg and one out of her shoulder, seems to be perfectly fine getting back down.
You're like one of those cats that'll walk along the sideboard and knock every piece of vase and plate and everything off the sideboard onto the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Until when it really matters, your own safety, you're fine.
Should we head
Still totally
toward...
wrong.
I will then cast a Cure Wounds once she gets to the ground on Miette at level 2.
Snow, are you making your way back to them, or?
He's gonna wait and then slip down into the shadow and just wait.
Okay.
So it's 14 hit points back.
And just
No
observe
thanks.
if anything happens sort of around them.
Okay. So where are you dropping down? Into the alleyway, or go back a little bit and then getting down, or?
So he's gonna go back a little bit and then drop down and sort of just see.
Quick acrobatics check and stealth if you don't want to be seen.
Acrobatics is 14 again.
Okay.
7. That one. That D20 loves 7s. Don't know why. And stealth. There we go. 25.
25. So yeah, it takes you a bit longer than you're used to get down. The handholds are a bit too far apart for you, so you're kind of having to edge your way down. This is not the same building you went up, obviously, so it's a little tricky, but you manage it, and you stealth, and you sit, and you observe, and you can see Miette and Trellador easily coming down off the building opposite Celeste Hills. Miette and everybody else is sort of looking around.
Should we head towards the brighter side of the city now, rather than down here?
Mightn't be a good idea.
And what about Snow?
I think Snow's got quite a bit of gumption about himself. He'll probably be there at the minute as we speak.
Such a good word, you know?
And as the words leave Trellador's mouth, Snow will just melt out of the shadow behind him.
Oh,
You
there
are
he is.
asking?
You do have a knack.
It's a
Okay.
gift, really.
So,
Indeed.
all reunited. You leaving the body where it is?
I think so. I was just under the
Maybe-
assumption that shit like this happened, so we're just going to leave it.
Maybe
Yeah,
best not
but we're
leave
also
it in
being
front of the
clear
door.
that if you want to follow up with the haunted house, that bodies are key to it.
Snow's wants. Has this guy got any sort of tattoos or any sort of indicating marks on him anywhere? Arms, neck, chest.
Interesting. Roll an investigation check.
Okay. 20.
20. You sort of search him for he's got a number of different tattoos, sort of vaguely just mum and hearts and a dagger on one arm.
Generic shit.
Generic crap.
A butterfly on his lower back.
No tramp stamp.
No, he doesn't have that. What he does have, he is wearing a chain with a pendant with it's made of some sort of wood. It's very basic, sort of leather strap rather than a chain. Sorry, it's a leather strap with a wooden pendant in the shape of what looks like a bird. It's a very stylised sort of bird, like kids draw a bird as an M almost. It's like that. You're not sure if it's an M or a bird. It looks more like a bird.
I will take the pendant.
Okay. So you just snap the.
So is that the only sort of strange sort of?
That's the only sort of thing you would say was deliberate. The rest of the tattoos just look like common garden, generic rubbish. Not done particularly well.
Yorick, did you say that you saw the bartender moving bodies?
No, I saw something in the street taking bodies last night.
That was at the back of the bar, not the front. Just saying for clarity.
Yeah, I was gonna ask a couple of questions about that in a bit, actually, based on some discussion. But
perhaps we find somewhere to go. I don't really want to be out in the open longer than we have to be.
Especially
Maybe
not in this part of town.
With our newfound earnings, we could go somewhere a bit classier.
I think that's a good idea.
As long as they've got good beer, I don't mind.
Celeste is still sort of looking around wearily.
Okay. Wearily or
Florian
warily?
starts walking out.
Are you doing wearily, as in tired, or warily, as in looking around?
Warily.
Okay, roll a perception check for me. As if you were tired and having a disadvantage.
Why am I only rolling 4s?
I don't know.
9.
9. Yeah, everything seems absolutely fine.
Florian will look at Melissa and be like, I'm going to start going. I was uncomfortable last night. I don't want it 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Can you help me prop this guy up in the corner like he's sitting and sleeping it off?
Sorry, who are you
Who
talking
did
to?
you ask?
Trellador.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
Just sit him in the shadow right in the corner. Like he's just falling asleep, like he's sleeping it off.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Can I just scout round the alleyway and see if there's an empty bottle or not?
Sure, make
Hold
a
that
quick investigation check.
Stop going in my brain and taking my thoughts.
Natural 20 for
Natural 20.
23.
Yeah, you look down the
Stealing my
alleyway.
rolls.
There are plenty of smashed and broken bottles. You managed to find one that's whole and even got a little tiny bit of whatever that is. Might be beer, might be piss, you don't know.
Yeah, I'll put it in his hand and drop it like that.
Okay.
He just look drunk.
Nice. Yep, that's cool. You can do that.
And I won't smash his kneecaps. Carrot.
Disappointed, but okay. Okay, so you've set your scene. What would you like to do now?
We're gonna set off and go to a slightly
heading
nicer.
Back to where the shops and the posh people live, yeah? Try to
Find a slightly nicer place to stay.
slightly nicer hostelry. Okay, so let me just grab that. Okay, so you walk as you get out of the less salubrious areas of the city, you walk into where you were before today. Where the shops, most of them are shut. It is about 9 o'clock in the evening now. There are people sort of strolling around, and you notice there are now food carts have appeared in front of the shops. You can see the Vernoth sign is all lit up, and it's attracting quite a lot of people just to sort of look in the window. And so there's a lot of buzz about talking about, oh, this new Vernoth, oh, doesn't it make it look classy, all that sort of, oh, I liked it, oh, wow, definitely coming in here tomorrow, see what they've got for sale.
As we get closer to this shop, I want to just try and subtly keep an eye on Melissa to see what kind of reaction she has.
Sure. Make an insight check.
No, even worse. Fuck my life.
All right, Fiddy, calm down.
Yeah, Fiddy, calm down. What did you roll?
A 3 for 8.
8. Yeah, she seems absolutely fine.
Snow will drop in next to Yorick. And then Dwarvish will say to him, "You did a good job repairing the box. Barring a few questions made past."
I'm not surprised. I do very good work.
I'm not saying you don't, I'm giving you a compliment.
Well, thank you.
Are you okay?
I was just hoping for a fight. And it all happened up there. I didn't get to it.
I know, I'm sorry. When we came out earlier, there were people at the end of the alley, but I think they left him as a lookout.
Right, maybe they'll try and ambush us later and then I can smack them.
Maybe they will, and maybe you can go to work with that hammer of yours. I'm sure that would cheer you up.
So,
Don't worry, Yorick, I got him good enough for both of us.
Yeah, good work, Gus. What was that lightning thing you did?
Well, it sort of started happening. I think that's my little friend giving me a little boost.
I mean, you do, Yorick and Gus both know that drakes can breathe lightning, they can breathe fire. You've seen all of this in your hunting. So, Yorick, that's quite worrying if it's affecting Gus's attacks.
But it's making the attacks better, though.
That means it properly is a little you-know-what.
You're a little friendly lizard.
They're not friendly lizards, Gus. You know that.
But he's helping me, isn't he?
This one seems to like Gus.
Maybe right now. But if he eats your hand, then don't ask me to build you a new one.
You could build me a new one? That would be awesome.
I get the feeling that given enough time, Yorick could build pretty
You
much
can't
anything.
understand any of that. It's
Oh, okay.
Dwarvish. Right. Melissa, make me a quick perception check, please.
If I can keep my dice on the desk, I would.
Well, don't turn into Vinny, so.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you see Marion and her friend sort of basking in all this attention, and she's giving people. It looks like she's got a tray of sweeties or something that she's giving out. Some sort of. It looks like one of your family marketing events. You've seen this sort of shit before, where they're opening somewhere new. They're trying to get as much attention as possible, so they're doing all sorts of, stuff.
I just try to
also see
hurry along.
Tyram, who has the jewellery shop opposite, is standing near them, and just everybody that comes up and looks or seems interested in this shop, Tyram is really very unhappy about this.
I just keep walking, not paying any attention to the shop.
So Marion doesn't see you, but her companion walks across. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. You are. Sorry. My notes are all in the wrong place. Sorry, I do apologise. Human male. Then, my name is Hanson. I will be the manager of Vernuth's, quite simply the best jewellery shop chain in the world. If you would care to come over, we have some hors d'oeuvres and just a little welcoming gifts for those of you who wish to peruse our goods. Maybe tomorrow morning. We will be opening our grand store tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can come and visit with the owner, Miss Marion Vernoth herself, and just please come, enjoy.
Do you only sell
Back-
chains then?
Sorry?
Do you only sell chains then?
No, we sell chains, we sell all kinds of jewellery, if you wish, and you, sir, would appreciate more than most the exquisite artwork we have managed to bring out of the gems that you guys work so hard to produce.
Hmm?
You are a dwarf, yes?
Maybe.
No, you really are. Look at your armour. It's covered in gems. It's fantastic. I mean, if you wish to see some of the beautiful things that we've made out of some of the gems that you work so very hard to produce, then please come over and take a look.
Well,
I'm
just
sorry, I don't think me nor my friends be any interested in any of Vernuth's jewels.
Oh, you're from the south. Then you must have heard of the name Vernuth's before.
Yes, quite unfortunately, I've had terrible interactions with them. All my jewelry keep breaking.
Well, I'm sure, madam.
Makes me quite dismayed to see them.
Marion, there's
I'm
a
gonna
young
just
lady here who's
kind of take off, walking away.
You're walking.
Snow sort of grabbed his hand and perhaps another time. Eh?
Perhaps Marion could put to rest this young lady. Oh, she's gone. Perhaps tomorrow. Bring your friend back. I'm sure we can sort out any minor issues with her jewellery at all. Marion makes a perception check. I rolled a 3. She can't. She wanders over to see.
I think
what is
it's
it?
probably a little bit too broken.
Oh, something
Snow's-
is broken? Marion presses. Something is broken, y'all. I can fix that. We can fix anything at Vernuth's.
Is this Marion wearing much jewellery?
Dripping with it.
Do I have
I would like to take her hand in both of mine and thank her for her very generous offer to come over personally to us to see to her friend's jewellery. Now, unfortunately, she's not feeling well tonight, so we'll have to come back tomorrow. And have you ever seen the animated Robin Hood?
Yes.
That moment with the kissing of the rings.
Yep.
I'm going to try something like that.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check, please. And I'll give you advantage because of the speech that you gave her.
Oh dear.
Yeah, consider my dice rolls tonight.
Well, I think it went well this time.
It slightly did. 25.
25, nice. Okay, so you give her this big speech, bring her hands into you, give her a gentle kiss and let her go. You have managed to steal 3 of her rings and 1 of her bracelets.
Oh shit.
Wow, that was a really good roll, and I rolled really high for you as well, so yeah. She was, oh, wow, thank y'all, honey. I will definitely see you. Oh, you are such a pretty girl. I will definitely see you at the shop tomorrow. Remember, grand opening. You can come in and
I look forward
browse
to it, my lady. I
as
will be
much as
delighted
you
to
want.
attend.
You are such a you are so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Do I
was
have any inclination from how she speaks, how she says her words, that she is something more than just a shop where Melissa's
make
been?
an insight check because Fiddy.
Make a fiddy check.
21.
21. This is Marion. I'm not sure how much Melissa has told you about her family.
The only person Melissa has shared anything about her family with
Vale.
at the temple
Okay.
is Vale.
Okay. Does Florian know your surname?
No.
I
Unless
only
he
I was
heard
at the
it
shop
out the side of the temple. The one that rose up.
I heard her say it in the shop when she left her name for it though.
Yeah, but
She
that
used a
was
different
No, I
name.
She used a
didn't.
different
I
name.
used
She
a
used
different
Nova.
name.
She used a different surname. She used a false name in the jewelry shop. Deliberately.
Yep.
I've got my wires crossed there, so apologies.
Yeah. So her accent is very, very similar to Melissa's. The way her inflections are really similar. You would suggest that they come from the same town, the same street, maybe. Make a quick perception check.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. Look at her, bathed in the light of the Verneth sign. She looks really familiar too. I mean, you could swear she was, I don't know, an aunt, a sister of Melissa. She looks really, really like her.
Catching all of this and figuring somewhat of something out, I say nothing, I nod, and I walk in the same direction as Melissa.
Okay, fair enough. She is moved back to the next crowd of onlookers, as has Hanson, her chum.
Bob.
Yeah, exactly. Bob.
I tried to get something in there, but it left it too late because everybody else was talking.
So, the rest of you are following after Melissa and Florian?
Yes.
Miet,
Yep.
the jewellery that you stole, the 3 rings, 3 different rings, they're worth maybe 60 gold for the one. The 2 others, not quite so much, they're worth 40 gold each. The bracelet, however, has a stylised M in it. It looks almost like a bird. It seems to be made of solid silver with 2 rubies in the clasp where it joins together. That you would estimate is probably worth about 100 gold. Difficult to fence, maybe. The rings shouldn't be a problem.
Yes, loaded.
Yeah, it is loaded. So, carrying on down the street. Melissa,
Can I catch up with Melissa?
I give them your movement speed, yeah, easily.
I'd wait until we're far enough away, and then my pace would pick up to catch her up.
Okay. So,
You are right, Melissa?
I've just sent a message to our DM.
okay, sure. Sorry. Okay, you see her up and she's slowed down. And you can catch up. She appears to have been crying.
I'll just I'll stow my staff rather than have it out on my back. And after asking if she's alright and then notice that she's been crying, I'll just grip her hand and just walk with her.
Okay.
I'll just quietly nod and just walk along with him until we get to a or such.
Okay. So passing down the road past the smithy, which is all locked up this evening, there's a small street that goes down to the right where there are a few buildings. Like I say, some of them are, it looks like there used to be shops down here, but they've since shut and being repurposed. At the end on the left, there's a large, brightly painted building with yellows, oranges, reds, big splashes all over, with the sign above, hanging out into the street is a large sign that says the Foeman's Rest.
As long as they accept me here, I'd say this might be a good place to stay.
Certainly
That's
looks
weird.
better than the other place.
Once we're outside, I'll kind of compose myself and tidy myself up a little bit.
Yeah, you can see there are people going in and out. They look fairly wealthy, these people, wandering into the Foeman's Rest, and then walking back up the street to where the food carts are and the furnace thing is happening. You also see some people walking the other way towards some music playing in the distance. I don't know if any of you remember, there was a mention of a ball earlier, which appears to be starting up just now. So, if you want to walk into the Foeman's Rest.
Yep.
Okay.
Walk in.
As we go to walk in, I would, or as Melissa's composed herself, I obviously let go of her hand and act out that everything's cool and okay.
Okay. So the rest of you eventually catch up to these two waiting outside the inn for you. You all go in. You are greeted at the door by a tiefling, quite a large, robust tiefling. Can we help you?
Sorry. Darling, I was hoping to look for some rooms. We've been having some
rooms, certainly.
Yeah, just a place to stay for the night. We've been travelling a
Casts
fair
his
while.
eye around your group. I see. And how many rooms would you require?
Well, if they's got 2 beds in them, then just the 4 should be enough.
Oh, my dear, we can do much better than that. If you wish a suite, you can have a suite. If you wish a double room, you may have a double room. If you wish
Go for a suite.
Family suite, we can do family. We can arrange some of the rooms be joined together so you can have interconnecting rooms. It all depends on how many rooms you wish. And of course, how much coin you have.
Well, we need space for 8 of us.
8 individual rooms? Or
probably 3 rooms will cover it.
3 rooms?
3 rooms should be fine.
Certainly. 3 rooms. Okay, and you wish them to be interconnected?
That's not wholly necessary, but if it is possible within budget, then that should be fine.
Can. Well, let us speak of budget. How many nights will you be staying?
I'd say we should only be set down for 1 night for now.
Just to see.
Still trying to find our feet in the city for now.
Okay, and I will of course need some names and...
My name is Melissa Nova.
Miss Nova, Melissa. And for the other 2 rooms, a name for each will be fine.
Snow on the riverbank.
Snow on the riverbank. Ah, welcome, Mr. Snow.
And Florian Winchester for the last one.
And Florian Winchester. Okay, another southern gentleman. Nice to see you. So, the rooms will be 25 gold apiece for the night, and this does, of course, include breakfast tomorrow morning, of course, in our dining suite, which is, and he sort of gestures down the hallway. As you can see, it is currently set up for the evening meal. If you wish, you are a little late for evening meal, but we can, of course, accommodate for a price if you so desire to have evening meal. That will be set for breakfast in the mornings. So, here are your keys.
I will look to Snow when it comes to the
I
gold
believe
price.
you have the gold at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, Snow
So
has it.
No, you have it, because he
Snow
gave it
has
to
it.
you.
no, I
Did he?
gave Celeste had my bag,
Which has
and
got
when we
a
met,
big bag of money in it.
I've got my bag back.
All right, okay, sorry. I thought you'd left that with them.
No,
No.
I picked up the bag when he left to do his sneaky stuff, but I would have given it back to him as soon as he came back to the group.
Oh, okay, cool. Sure.
Yeah, and Snow will sort out the gold from within the bag.
Okay, so you're grabbing 75 gold out of that bag, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That will do very nicely indeed. Your keys, and please avail yourselves of this evening's bar. And will you be attending the ball this evening? Or perhaps you are going back up to Vernoth's event this evening?
Unfortunately not. We got a bit delayed on our way into the city, so we don't have enough time to sort ourselves out. But
Many apologies. I was very rude in asking what you were doing. I do apologise. It is
absolutely
none of my
fine,
business.
honey.
Please
Completely fine, honey.
enjoy the city of Gefield, and of course, the Vermont Rest.
And I'll kind of make my way in and kind of.
I mean, this place is opulent. There are very soft carpets on the floor when you go into either the bar or the dining area. There are other rooms that you can see into that are occupied by several people. They appear to be playing cards, or there's a music room where people are playing. It's all very, very posh.
Look at this stuff on the floor, Yorick. I know
Gambling, say.
before, but this is amazing.
I know.
Softer than my bed at home.
After I've composed myself a bit after the conversation with the guy on the front, I'll kind of turn to him and say, I'm gonna go. I'll just be a moment, and I'll kind of head up to the rooms.
Okay.
And go into my room.
Let's go to the bar.
Good plan.
I will wait a few minutes and then go up after Melissa.
Okay.
I will also go with Celeste because I'm curious about these rooms.
Okay.
Can I just ask Yark and Gus not to be as loud as we were in the other bar? I think this is a slightly more different establishment we're in at the minute.
As long as it's got good beer, I don't mind.
By the looks of this, I'm pretty sure it would have.
Well, I hope so.
I'm going to just enjoy myself how I want to. Thank you very much, Florian.
Okay, I didn't mean to hit a nerve there, but I just don't want to get kicked out of this place.
That's fine. You just keep your nose out.
I was going to head up to one of the other rooms.
Okay. Trellador, what are you up to?
I would just grab
You up to the...
the room, Florian. Our room.
Okay, cool. So, Melissa, you walk along. Your key has the number 26 on it. So you go up first flight of stairs. 20. The numbers 20 to 30 are on the next floor. So you have another flight of stairs. You find number 26. You open it. It is a beautifully appointed room. It has 3 beds, all of which are large. They look very comfortable. The floor, again, the carpeting is plush. You have your own separate bathroom. there is a doorway on each side of the room to presumably numbers 24 and 25 and 27.
Oh, once I get in there, I'll kind of take a seat, kind of rest my arms on the little table if there is one with a
Oh yeah,
seat,
there's a desk with a few chairs. You could
and just
sit.
decompress with the longest exhale imaginable.
Okay.
Before me and Trellador leave to go up to the, I'm assuming he gave us each a key whose names were given.
Yes,
Yeah, so before we go up, I'll take a look at my key to see which number it is.
27.
27. And I'll just go up to Gus and Yorick. So, just to let you know, when you need to, just comes to room 27. That's the one we're going to be in, okay?
Right. We're going to have some food and some beer.
They would be with Snow.
Yeah, you've just given them perfectly wrong information. Well done.
That's fine. We don't mind. We'll
Snow.
crash in.
I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know if Snow was going upstairs, and me and Trellador were going to leave to go upstairs. So I just thought I'd give them a room number, as no
Yeah.
one was with them.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's
They're
fine.
all interconnecting
No,
rooms. So I just
that's
thought.
absolutely fine.
Don't worry. We'll enjoy bursting in on you in the middle of the night and
So, yeah.
throwing up your shoes.
Yes, no, you have key number 25. So, Celeste and Miet, you go up the stairs. You find number 26, which is the key that was given to Melissa.
Who is it?
It's Celeste.
It's alright, the door should be unlocked, honey.
We tried the door, it is indeed unlocked.
Is Miet with me and following me, or?
Miet is going past the door and diving straight onto the beds because I'm going to guess she's never stayed anywhere so luxurious in her life or had such a large bed to herself. So she's going to dive on it and just be...
It is really comfy. It is so soft, and you could just curl up there and just stay there forever.
So like there's a sunken Miet shape on the mattress and the faint sound of purring.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to afford these kinds of accommodations every time, but
Celeste will then switch to Elvish. Are you okay?
I'll be alright, honey. Just caught me off guard, it was all it did.
I can't begin to imagine what could make somebody as confident as you so rattled, but if you decide you want to talk about it, I'm more than happy to listen.
It's always worth speaking about these things. Though I tell you the truth, I've not told Florian nor many at the temple. I am a Verneth. It's my family name, though I am, by all accounts, estranged from the family.
I understand that well.
Yeah, well, when you describe what happened to you, it was all too familiar. If you couldn't tell, the Verna family's kind of well known for trading up to quite the higher class. It's all expensive, fine-made jewelry. And when it came to it, my sister, Marion, she took over the business. She became the owner and started running it. Of course, she didn't have no time for her other sisters. Would you believe that I've always been this kind of romantic? But Yeah. Turned out all she was interested in was making a profit and strengthening the family. She basically sold off our sister to, I don't even remember the name of the family that she got sold off to. Forced into a marriage she didn't want to be in. Of course, she was...
There's a very visible twitch on Celeste's face at those words.
Of course, she was a very quiet and humble girl, so she didn't stink up no fuss. Of course, when it came to me, he tried selling me off to various different trade families. I remember this lecherous old prince. I don't think prince could be used to describe him. He was so old. I'm pretty sure I left a mark on his cheek because of my rings when I slapped him. I just didn't want to stay there.
No, I can understand that completely. I'm so sorry about your sister.
Well,
Is she happy?
I don't know. I ain't seen Madeline for... Jack's backstory. I ain't seen Madeline for nigh on 6 years.
Maybe one day we can find her for you.
Maybe. But I won't forget it, because Marion was the one that sold her off.
You and Madeline close?
Yeah. Closest two young sisters can be. We used to sit and fantasize about these old gallant heroes gonna come sweep us off our feet and stuff. It was real nice, but kind of why I came in the whole Temple of Broken Heart thing. Kind of what we do. Take in people whose heart's been broken or desensitized and help them see love in all its colors.
Well, being an oldest sister myself, I could never imagine anything like that. I do hope to see my family again someday. Some of them at least.
I miss my family, honestly. Though they didn't treat me well. Even just Madeline. Because it's one of the forms of love. Love for your family.
And I hope, even though she did not pick it, that maybe she is happy.
I hope so.
It can work for some, if the person chosen is kind.
I don't think I ever saw the one she was being sold off to. But that's why I felt so strongly about keeping you safe. I know it's like to have the feeling of someone forcing you into something you don't want to do.
And all this conversation is in Elvish, yes?
Yeah.
Do you speak Elvish at all yet?
Nope.
No. So you have no idea what they're saying. But you're not really bothered because the bed is so comfortable.
So soft.
So soft. So soft. So.
If I can help,
Sorry.
I will.
Sorry.
It's all right, Celeste. Shit, I'll be fine. I was just caught up in the shock of seeing her again. I really can't recommend shopping there. They got some strange business practices going on. Never really trained me into doing it. But
Well, any shop that treats its family that way will not have my business.
Okay, so as we leave the ladies in their room chatting and purring, we'll leave it there for this evening.
Okay.
Thank you all very much for playing. That was really good fun. Thank you again to the Twitch chat. As ever, sorry I didn't get quite to interact with you this evening. I'm not feeling at my best. But thank you, Grumpy Bear, for doing what you do, because you're brilliant. We love you very much. Hello to Dark Force 1009, 1 and a lot of 9s. Hello, Dark Force 199999. Welcome. And thank you for the follow, CJ Zephyr. You're most welcome. Thank you so much. That's amazing. So, join us here again. We will be back on Sunday at 9:30 in the morning. I know that's very early for some of you, but bear with us. It's very good fun. Again, thank you so much for watching. Check out the other channels that we recommend. They're all on our Twitch channel. Ad Chapman, Role Playing Gamers, Mobzilla, all of those lovely people. Go and show them some love. They're fantastic. We will see you again back on Sunday. Have a really good evening. Goodbye.
Ta-da.